Alright, now I'm back to talk about some of the Star Wars films. Now I decided to make a video talking about the original Star Wars trilogy. Alright, so Star Wars A New Hope. Okay, so there it is. Then Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Okay. And also Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Okay, so there it is. Alright, so I decided, to, do a review, mainly talking about the original Star Wars trilogy. You can kind of consider this, me reviewing all three of this, trilogy, all three movies in pretty much one video. Now, I'm gonna start talking about A New Hope, so this is Star Wars Episode 4. Now, this movie, when it first came out, it was called Star Wars. And this movie was written and directed by George Lucas. Now, this movie is just a classic science fiction film that I really enjoy a lot. In this movie, it's really fun and entertaining. And then the sequel, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, is an even better film. It's much more dark and emotional, and this movie has a lot of cool scenes in this film. I really liked the special effects. Yeah, it was visually great. And Return of the Jedi, out of the three films, I'd say this is probably my least favorite, because this movie is a classic. This is one of the best science fiction films of all time. And this movie is a good movie, sort of to end the original trilogy. And, it was a good film, but not one of my favorites. Some people thought it was okay. I personally really liked this film a lot, but comparing it to Episode 5, or even Episode 4, it's not as good, but still some pretty good action in this film. Now, most people would say that, this is, out of the three films, this is their least favorite, and I can see why, but I wouldn't say it's, a bad film or anything like that. It's still a good film, but, yeah, not as good as Episode 4 or 5. Now, A New Hope came out in 1977. Now, this movie is a great film, about Luke Skywalker and the Jedi Knight, and yeah, it's a really good film that I really enjoyed a lot. So this movie came out in 1977. Episode 5 came out in 1980. And Return of the Jedi came out in 1983. Now, what I really like about A New Hope is that for the time this movie came out, the special effects were just amazing. And this film was pretty original for its time, and it's definitely a film that started a great franchise of films. Even though the prequels, really sucked, I thought the original trilogy was a really good trilogy of movies. And I guess, this movie is, considered a classic, and the Star Wars franchise, became very well known. And also Darth Vader in Episode 5, I thought he's by far one of my favorite characters. There's Darth Vader with the red lightsaber and Yoda. Alright, now this movie I really liked a whole lot more because it was more entertaining, and I just thought it was a whole lot better of a film. And it's one of those sequels that improves a lot from the first film, and yeah, Darth Vader has become a pretty iconic character, and Yoda's very well known, and yeah, the action in this film is really good. Its use of lightings were pretty good, and yeah, it's for sure these two films are by far landmarks in movie history because of how well made they are. But with Episode 6, this is a good movie in the franchise, but it's not really a landmark or a milestone in film, but it is for sure a good film that ended the original trilogy, because you know, it's a good film. Like this, I'd say, is by far a good film. This movie even better, but episode 6 is sort of not so good compared to the first two. And also it was cool seeing Darth Vader in Rogue One, a Star Wars story, because of how iconic this character is. You know, like one of the villains, and also, yeah, of course, you know, like at the end of episode 6, Darth Vader dies, which isn't a spoiler because I'm pretty sure, you know, like everyone has seen this film, like the Star Wars movies. Now, until the prequels were made, you know, a lot of Star Wars fans were like disappointed by the prequels. I really like this trilogy of movies because like the battles with Darth Vader I thought were pretty cool. Like with the lightsabers, those battle scenes were just really cool, and I really liked them a lot. Just comment down below what you think of this trilogy, and also I will be doing a video talking about the prequels, so stay tuned for that. And anyways, that's gonna be about it for this video, so please subscribe and share this video, and that's gonna be it for now. So that's it, bye.